is season 2. We have a very special episode today. We are going to break down the girls basketball seeds for the 2024 OHSAA Girls Tournament. As the welcome guest that she is, Angie Saiter from Prep Girls Hoops is here. She's back with us, going to help me break it down. And guess who's back on the screen? Benson is back. She's been traveling the world, the states, creating tournaments, all of it, XYZ. But you see the three of us, the gang is back together, and we're going to break down the seeding of the tournament. Again, I'm Candace Allen. Follow us, Girls Only Hoops, on all social media platforms. Angie, if you want to give a shout out to your socials as well.
Oh, yeah. You can follow me on Twitter at, if you just look up Angie Saiter, you'll just see me.
You'll pop right up.
I'll just pop right up. See, you'll see me. Yep.
Shout it out, Benson. Tell them where they can find you too.
Oh, you can just type in my name, or according to Benson, you can find me there.
I know she
I
world
probably
famous.
won't like any of your stuff because I'm never on social media, so I apologize in advance.
But I will though. I'll like your stuff.
There we go.
Yep.
There you go.
Hey, please find us that you can follow all of our stuff. We're going to have some updates. We're going to be around for the girls tournament this year. So please check us out and stay tuned to Girls Only Hoops. And we're going to keep this we're going to kick this thing off. You know, we're not going to waste any time. So we're going to start off with Division 4. Again, these are just the seeding. So a quick shout out to those teams. If we don't mention you, we apologize, but we were just trying to, for the sake of time, to reference the teams that we could get seedings for. So on the screen,
There's a lot of good teams, a lot of good names on here.
for sure, you see we have a lot of number one teams and obviously some mainstays. We see in Region 13, Ludenville, Region 14, Ginsburg, Region 15, Newark Catholic, Berlin Highland, who is always just anywhere near the state. Berlin Highland is there. So I'm going to toss it to Angie and Benson. Can you guys shout out a couple teams and players that we can keep an eye on?
Well, okay. I mean, there's a lot of teams I kind of want to shout out here. And again, I want to apologize for some that where I don't know as much on the teams. I try hard to see as much as I can in the state. But to start out with Loudonville, you've got Corey Vermilia that is just incredible. She can just really create and do whatever she wants with the basketball and put it in the basket. But she's incredible. Sophia Spangler's going to be a big key, I think, for them to go far. And she does a nice job of taking the rock to the basket. Newark Catholic. You've got Peliquin, Gibson, and Kaiser that are just outstanding together. Great inside-outside game that they create, and Peliquin's just really developed her game so much over these last few years, and I could see them going pretty far. Highland, you've got Mullet again. You've got Yoder and Stutzman.
And even last year, our girl, the sharpshooter, Evie Mass, was
Absolutely.
lighting them up in the regionals. Yeah.
Yes, she was. Yes, she was. Waterford, I mean, they've made it to state, so they know what it's like to be there and what it takes to be there. So you've got Avery Wagner and Kendall Surrey. Portsmouth, Notre Dame, Ella Kirby, Katie Strickland, and Gracie Ashley. And Fisher Catholic, I love that team a lot too. I do. I love Vonnie Bethel and Ellie Bruce.
Ellie Bruce, yep.
Tough.
Yep.
Strong.
Yes.
But has a great inside-outside game and a double-double machine.
Oh, yes.
So.
I mean, what you see in Division 4 is you see a lot of teams with a lot of experience. The same names of programs keep coming up. That's what makes this division very competitive. Has nothing to do with the size of it. We hear Division 4 and we're like, oh my goodness, they're not as talented, they're not as good, they're not Division 1. Oh my goodness. No, what you see is you see this system. You see these well-oiled machine teams that are coming over years. Like Loudonville has always had great players. Tyler's been trying to put that thing together to get to states, and now you see younger players that are now old or upperclassmen that have been there, done that, have been tested. And now you see them trying to match the Berlin Highlands, right? The Minsters, the Waterfords. You see a lot of that in Division 4. I think this division is very special because I think you really get a chance to see a true representation of a season, of being able to build a program and last a season. Division 4 is able to prove that because they are, so a lot of times they don't have the Division 1 talent, but they have a heck of a journey that you've got to go through, and teams you've got to go through. Think about all these teams you've got to go through.
Right.
That's not easy. Like let's be clear. This is not an easy division to win. It's not an easy division to go through, even to get to states. So we're going to see a lot of battles in Division 4 early on into regional semis, regional finals. Everyone needs to kind of keep an eye out to see which team it can put it together with a little bit of sprinkle of luck.
And like you said, there's some mainstays. Tri-Village, who won the state last year, they still have a 2 seed out there in Region 16. Berlin Highland, New Middleton, these are all last year's Final Four teams, but back again. So it goes along with what you said, is that these are, I'm going to call them legacy teams. They just build programs where players know the system, you build the players within the system, and they just produce results. But it should be a very, very interesting Division 4. Those were a couple of teams and scenarios to bring out. I'm not going to put any of us on the spot to see who we have coming out of any of these regions. I'm going to save that to let these teams get started in the tournament a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Come on, let Angie go for it.
Oh, come on.
Angie, I'm not
Put
putting
me
you
on
on the
the
spot.
spot.
No.
Hey, let me give out a few more shout outs.
Okay,
because,
go right
because
ahead.
wait, there's more. But we got Legacy Christian. We got Allie Solomon, who was just voted Player of the Year in the Metro Buckeye Conference. You've got Summer Hoyne out of Fort. I'm going to say it right.
Fort Lormy. Out of Fort Lormy.
I always want to say Lore Army. I don't know why. I don't mean to, but yeah. So you've got Summer Hoyne there, and you all, again, Tri-Village, you got to keep them in the mix as well. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a really strong. It's going to be, oh, man,
This is going to be a fun division.
I like Newark Catholic.
Yeah.
And here you guys are giving for
I like Loudonville. I'm going Loudonville. I'm sorry. I'm going Loudonville. That's just me.
I like Tyler. I do.
I think they've got a lot of experience. I think they've got a hunger from years past. A lot of these teams have been there, right? Not saying they're comfortable, but you got Loudonville that's been like, hey, listen, it's our time.
It's our time.
That's what they're saying.
I'm hitting pause on this one. You guys can give your predictions. I'm going to pause mine and save it.
Okay, I'm not ready to pause.
Yeah,
I need to add. I need to add this.
Oh, you got some more?
Actually, okay, yes.
Okay.
I'm still feeling Newark Catholic.
Okay.
But I like Fisher Catholic too. And there's just something about
Newark Catholic.
There's something about Licking County, man. I mean, it's in my blood. I'm from Watkins, you know?
Yeah.
So.
And you know these two teams could meet up.
I'm shouting out Northeast Ohio.
You could shout out who?
Northeast Ohio. Woo,
okay.
Woo.
And just to go along with what Angie said, Newark Catholic and Lancaster Fisher Catholic can meet up in the Central District final. So, you know, one of these teams are going to have to win to push it forward. So we do have a potential matchup that everybody should keep their eye on. And let me plug here too. The three of us in some kind of combination will be doing the Division 4 regional semifinal as well as the regional final. So we'll be on call. We'll broadcast, free plays, the whole deal. So make sure you tune in for Girls Only Hoops, Preps, Girls Only, Benson. All of us, we're going to be there cheering these young ladies on.
Yeah.
But those were some of our Division 4. Even though I had predictions down, I'm a chicken out on this one.
Unbelievable. It's okay. We won't let that go, Benson. We're going to just let that go.
No, we're not. No, we're not. She better jump in. She better jump in Division 1, Division 2, or Division 3. She's got one. Pick one.
Okay, I'm gonna pick one. I'm gonna pick one. We're gonna move on now to Division 3, and There we have it up on the screen here. Division III. You know what? Without even going through some of the region teams, there is a Central Ohio team I have to call out because, as usual, I think they're on their 8th state championship. Columbus Afrocentric is a 2 seed this year out there in the Springfield region and Region 12. But it's not remiss for me to always say things in Division III kind of start and end with them. But we also have some other teams out there: Mechanicsburg, Margaretta, Warrensville Heights, Portsmouth, and then there's Kettering Archbishop Alter, who won the state in Division, I believe it was Division two a couple of years ago.
Yes, yep, they were 2.
Yeah.
They're now down in Division III and potentially could have a matchup with Afrocentric if they all went out there in the regionals. So again, tossing it to you guys, what do you see out of Division III?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going first.
Let's go.
Out of Warrensville Heights, I really like Cameron Ruffin. Tough. I was able to watch them here in the last month or so. I like their physicality to their game. Mechanicsburg. If you have not seen Olivia Skillings handle the rock,
You're missing out.
You are missing out on a treat. And she is just, she gives me goosebumps when I watch her. Flat out. Out of Margaretta, I like Lily Edwards. Amanda Clear Creek. Okay, I'm just going to say it right now, and she doesn't get enough credit. But Taylor Evans, folks, college coaches, you need to write her name down. You need to see her. She is a playmaker. She will make shots against multiple defenders. I love her game. Taylor Evans. And I think she's only a sophomore.
She's young.
She's young. Gosh, what else? Fort Fry. I like Emmy Dusky. Portsmouth is flipping loaded with Sienna Allen, Deja Reed. I like the little, I think she's like 5'2". Doesn't matter about size because she'll just go up against the trees or anyone else. But that Kiki Woods, and I like Hayden Carter a lot as well. They are tough. They gave Fairfield their one and only loss. They beat them about a month or so ago. It was a tight game. And Afrocentric. They're just between Cam Grant, Natalia Nelson. You got Bowers, Thompson, Winfrey. I mean,
what are you gonna do?
They're all quick. They can all handle the ball. They can all score. They are insane with rebounding and grabbing the boards.
And not to jump ahead of Benson or anything. It's coach, like you said in Division IV. You break down culture, legacy. You get players to build within the program. That's Afrocentric.
Yep,
that's what they do.
Yeah, that's their advantage. The experience. Like these are like champions on a very high level that have been there, done that. Like I think even them being seeded 2, they put tough games on their schedule.
Oh, for sure.
Let's not be deceived. Let's be very clear. They put very tough games on their schedule, which is very total opposite than most teams, how they do their scheduling. Afrocentric plays their season to win it all. It's not about just wins and losses for them. That isn't very important to them. But they play to win it all. And I think once you're going into your 8th championship, it's win or bust. That's it. Like they have a different standard of expectation.
Yeah.
We have a different expectation for them. Let's be honest. Like we're already like we can't take the crown away.
Oh no.
My prediction, they win it. I'm sorry, I cannot take that away. You said you didn't want to do predictions. I'm saying it. I am not giving that to anyone else. It is Afrocentrics to lose.
Right.
I am gonna get in a lot of trouble for this. That's
now
okay.
You're gonna get in trouble. I don't think I'll get in trouble because I'm a Central Ohio kid. You will. I'm not gonna get in trouble, but I'm gonna keep it to what it always is. Like to be the best, you got to beat the best. That's the common refrain. Yep. Unless you be Afrocentric, you're not going to get through this to win this championship. They're the standard.
And that's
with
all due respect.
Yeah, all respect. And like you said, they played Purcell Marion, a nationally ranked team. They played a number of Division I teams this year as well. They always schedule really tough teams and tough programs because, again, I hate to keep reiterating what you bring up, but it's true. They play to win the tournament. So they've already been through top talent, top teams in pressure moments, in big games, big events. They're already ready for it. And until you come snatch their crown, it's theirs to lose.
I would agree with that because the speed, their size, and just how they control the basketball is phenomenal to watch. Now, I will say, though, I do think that Portsmouth could go far. I think they, too, also have the size. They have the speed. They have the strong D. They're
Are
tough.
they beating Afrocentric, Angie?
Yeah,
Yeah, come on. Are they beating Afrocentric? We're going there. It's girls only hoops. We are going there. Are they beating Afrocentric?
I don't think so.
Those young bucks. Can they beat the veterans?
I don't think so.
Can they?
Do I think they can compete? Yes.
That's the key word.
Yes.
Right
I think
there.
they can compete.
Yes.
I don't think it's going to. I don't think it would be a blowout game.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't believe that.
Yeah.
But you're right. Yeah, I do think the Afrocentric, like they have the whole package.
Yeah, for sure.
And they've been through it.
If I'm Portsmouth, I'm pretty excited about the challenge because you got young girls that can go that are talented. I mean, you got a good 2-3 Division I girls on there.
Right.
On that program, right?
Right.
And so you kind of see that's the difference that Afrocentric has always had. They've always had top Division I players coming out of that program, multiple ones on one team. Division III,
And
you don't
pros.
see that.
Let's not knock
And
it.
pros.
They
Shout
got
out Jordan
pros.
Horston.
Yes.
Woo-hoo.
Seattle Storm.
And again,
Let's go.
Portsmouth has
Yeah.
nothing to lose. Like a lot of these teams have nothing to lose, and so they're
Right.
loose, and they're just going to go out there, and so there is something to be said about that as well.
What do you guys think
Warrensville
about
Heights has always been
sure
challenging.
Yes.
I mean, last year they made a splash. I think they beat Laurel last year. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to say they beat Laurel last year.
I think
That's
so.
how yeah.
What do you guys think
It's
about Kettering Alter's chances? They're, again, another one of those programs that's always around, whether it's in the regionals, the semis, or making it to the Final Four. I mentioned earlier they won the state 2 years ago in Division III, or in Division II. What do you think about their chances? Maddie Moody has a state title to her name. Riley Smith has a state title to her name. They could potentially meet up with Afrocentric in the regional final. What do you think about their chances?
You can't count them out. I mean, that when that experience hits the floor, you can't count them out. I think they've been through a lot of adversity, and sometimes you just need a little bit more help, right? But I think for Alter, it's been their players, a combination between their players and their coaches. Their coaches are so good that they make the game easy for them. Like it's not a lot of teams that have that, where you have coaches that really coach and they have the strategy to win it. Right, Alter has that, and that's what to me that's their bullet right there. Is honestly their coaching staff and being able to put that together with their players. I think it's going to be leadership of Riley and Moody, deciding can we get these younger kids on board and teach them the ways of it and not have so many errors. Because these teams that are ranked 1 and 2,
right.
You can't have too many errors with them. Like you can't have too many errors with Afrocentric, because I'm telling you, they are going to smother you.
Right.
Same thing with Warrensville Heights, fast. You know what I mean? They're going to pick you up. I mean, Cincinnati Country Day.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're good.
They're the one seed in that district.
You know. Yeah, they play some tough teams. So that's a team that you're gonna. Like I said, the margin of error is really, really tight. Not as much as like Division IV with like the legacy programs, as you called it, but definitely Division III. I don't know. It makes it hard because it's like Afrocentric is like in bold.
Right.
They are.
They are.
You know, we can go back to when UConn was running the show, when Tennessee was running the show,
Right.
and women's college basketball, they have that aura where it's just like, you have to beat us.
Yeah.
You have to beat us, because we're looking to beat you. That's a different kind of perspective. They hate to lose. Their expectations are different.
Yeah.
So I made my
that's
prediction in
fair.
Division III. I do want to shout out a team, though, Chippewa, who got to the Final Four last year.
Oh, yeah,
They're a
yeah.
ranked team. They're still they're a seeded team, and they're still hanging around. Margaretta as well, mentioned them. They have a 2 seed out there in Region 10. So some of these teams are hanging top seeds in
Candace,
Division III. But
You mentioned Chippewa.
yeah.
That's a team I don't want to see. And being from Northeast Ohio, I have had my fair share of battles with Chippewa. I'm telling you, that's not a team you want to see. No.
And if I'm not
No.
mistaken, I think they made it to the finals last year. They play Afrocentric.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we could,
Chippewa is not a. Chippewa will take out teams early.
for sure.
Like they are that, and they know how to peak right as the state tournament is getting going. They are. Yeah, that's not a team. I wouldn't want to play them. I'm sorry.
So we got two.
No.
I hear 2 teams, Portsmouth and Chippewa, are
Yeah.
coming to
Yeah.
shake the crown a little bit. They
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah.
I like that. So
They'll
those
be
were
good.
our
They'll be good.
breakdowns of Division III. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna keep the ball rolling. We're gonna go on to Division II and rattle off some of our top teams. And similarly to what Afrocentric is to Division III and Division IV over the years with 8 state championships, there is a team in Division II who is going after their 3rd straight state championship, and that is that team out of Cincinnati, Purcell Marion, who has been nationally ranked all year. And you know what? Before we call out any of these other teams, I mean, what can we just speak a little bit about what Purcell has been able to do over these last 3 years? Because it's not just, we know Dee has been Ms. Basketball 2 years running, but they have some players on this team that have bought in, that have made them as dominant as they are.
Yeah. If I'm another team in Division II, I'm praying. I am praying to God that I get some type of, I don't know, something, because listen, if we thought they were tough freshman year when Dee was a freshman, when she was a baby and she didn't know anything,
They're
good
juniors.
luck seeing her now.
Yeah.
Good luck seeing her now. Sorry, and all of them. The
Yeah,
twins,
Kiera Miller,
right?
Sierra Miller,
Mosley.
Jada Mosley,
Hicks,
then-
Wilkins, Jordan
Listen,
Day.
you talk about Wilkins, right? All right, let's talk about Wilkins. Jamal heard us talk about they didn't have any size. They didn't have any depth. Remember, that was their knock, that they didn't have depth and they didn't have size.
Oh, they got
Check that roster.
They have it.
They got
Check-
it.
Check the roster.
Mm-hmm.
Woo. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not anybody's night, you know what I mean? Because I think everyone has that, and Purcell has had a loss or two. But that's rough. They don't look like a Division II school.
No.
No. They look like a Division I school. They really do. And again, let's be clear, because I know people are going to listen to this, and I think we've got to do a better job in women's basketball as a whole. Respect should come first. Like, period. Like, if they've earned that and they've done that and performed at that level, respect it. That's it. Like,
For sure.
Like, let give them the credit that they have deserved over these past years. They put together a crazy roster. They've done a great job with executing and winning when games were tough. They've earned that. We've got it. So yeah, and she's Miss Ohio 2 times. It's her
2
state.
times.
No.
It's her state.
2
Sorry.
times going after a third, and then going after a
Candace,
third.
I'm gonna get so many text messages.
Hey,
Oh
but
my
it is
gosh.
what it is. Like when you pull up the seedings again for Division II, the first team that you look at is Purcell. But now that we have this up, there's other teams obviously up here. St. Vincent St. Mary has a top seed out there in Region 5. We have Granville, Bryan. There's a few other teams that can make some noise out here. So I'm gonna toss it to you, Angie. Could you shout us out some teams and possibly players out here in Division II that can get some rumblings.
Right. Well, I gotta talk about Licking County, and I remember some pretty big battles against Granville back in my day, and it still hasn't changed to this day. And you've got Elia Moore and Harper Armorino that have just they have developed themselves so very well in these last 4 years, and they're hungry. Remember that they're real hungry, and I could see them making a little rumble. I really could. Let me see, Sheridan. You've got Sheridan.
Yes, Sheridan.
Yeah.
I like them a lot too. They've been around. They've gotten far in the tournament, so they know what it takes to be able to
And James
play on
Stinson's gotten to the state final before, so yeah, she
Absolutely.
has the experience.
So you've got Stinson, you've got Hallie Warner, you've got I love Kylie Foregrave. I will always and forever talk about that young lady because of her defense. And because of her defense, it causes transition buckets very easy for them. And I like Nora Staffel. I like her a lot. I like her size. I like how she grabs boards. You also can't forgive Unioto. I like them. I love Lambert.
Unioto
I
too.
like Betts. Maya Hamilton
Yes.
is insane in the membrane. I'm telling you right now, she is incredible insane in the membrane. I'm sorry.
I'm writing that down.
Sorry.
That's brilliant.
What is this? And what is she? She's a freshman or a sophomore?
She's a sophomore?
She should be
Junior? Sophomore?
Junior.
I thought she was
Now I'm gonna
on the
look this
younger
up.
side, but she has some talent.
No.
I won't look that up because I just got to make sure on that one. But I know, she's unbelievable.
And they have a point guard over there at Unioto as well.
Holbert.
Yes.
Yep, little redhead that just handles pressure so very well. And you can't forget Miley Smith.
Miley
Can't
Smith,
forget
yes. Yes.
My gosh.
We carried them last year. She really
Yes.
did.
Yep. And I love Fairland. That team.
I knew you were going to say that.
I'm sorry. I just there's just
Agreed.
something about them, and they're hungry too. They've got size. They have the shooters.
Yeah.
Any of them can step up.
And Fairland's had some pretty good success against some Division I teams as well.
Yeah.
So, I know they played Riddlesburg earlier in the year and won that game. So, Fairland is a team to look out for. And just to mention really, really quickly, Unioto and Fairland are in the same region.
I know.
So they'll be in the district final. So I'll put this question to you guys like this. Between Fairland and Unioto, which will be a district final, do you think that winner can make it to state?
I think that winner could
so.
make it to state. I'm not sure to win it, but yeah.
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 I wish
definitely
that
think one of
matchup
them.
was a little later.
Oh, I
but
wish that matchup was later.
Yeah.
I don't
Potential
want it being
matchup.
that.
Same thing. It happens in Division
Yeah,
One. It happens
for
in
sure.
Division One all the time. They beat up on each other in Cincinnati, and then
sure.
we look up and state champions are coming out of Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Hey, we haven't mentioned a team that I very rarely talk about because they are my rival back in the day. St. Vincent St. Mary's.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of experience.
Top seed
Lot of
again.
experience. Yeah.
Okay, freshman
led
girl.
by Erica King.
Freshman.
Erica King. Oh,
But she's one of them, though, too.
Mm-hmm.
I like her a lot.
yeah.
Shoot.
Going to Youngstown. The freshman.
Hang on. Oh.
We got
St.
all the
Vincent
time in
St.
the
We're
world.
getting older. We're getting older. That's what happens. But yeah, with St. V, they've had experience. Carly does an amazing job. Are anybody shocked? I'm gonna throw this out there. I'm already in trouble. Doesn't matter. Laurel is number 10.
Yeah. I saw that.
Did you see that?
I did see that. And I was like, oh, that doesn't seem. If I'm on that team and I see that there's a 10 by
I'm
our
ticked.
You come in different.
Oh, That
sure.
right there is plenty of fire for me. That's the only thing that the coach would have to say
especially
is
with the
10.
type of players they have.
Right.
Right.
10?
Hey,
I'm like,
this state tournament is where you come in and make some noise. You know, you feel disrespected early. Hey, they can shut some people up.
Yep. Oh,
and I'm not saying, I think out of all of them, probably, I think Region 5 is one of the toughest.
Mm-hmm. Gilmore Academy's
Division
there,
2
Edgewood.
And Division 2 is really a bloodbath, honestly. Like, they're very similar to Division 1, where they kind of just rip each other up early on. Like, it's a fight just, between, once you get out, winning districts
Winning a district
is not
right.
as easy as in other divisions where you can get past district, rest a little bit, not play your starters, lower the mileage. Division 2, it's not that at all. I mean, you legit 1 through 4 is really tough, and then you're telling me Laurel is 10?
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, found
That's
her name.
tough.
Melania Cornute. She is a tough freshman guard. She wowed me at Sycamore.
Mm-hmm.
At Sycamore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it didn't take me long to be like, you've got my attention. Like,
Yeah, and that's the beauty of their team. They've got young and old.
yes.
You know, when you're so young, it can be kind of difficult because they only know what they know. When you've got young and old, and then St. V was in the Final Four. How many years ago? It wasn't that long ago, but it was long ago. Carly wore that, and she's gonna watch this. But Carly wore that yellow.
Now you're about to
jacket,
get
got
more
up
text
with that yellow
messages.
jacket. Man, listen, Carly got up there with that yellow jacket, like full length yellow jacket. Like, honey, she was like, I am
Was she
serving
pulling the
Final
monkey?
Four. What? Girl, yes, in some heels. She wears heels the whole entire game. I'm like, girl, man.
I don't know how she does it.
That's
I'd break
Muffet.
an ankle.
That's Muffet McGraw right there.
No, yeah.
And she stomps.
She does.
Like, she does. And she kneels. It's
Yes.
like she squats. It's
Right.
just like, you are a whole nother level.
I'd tear my ACL if I wore something like that. I know I would.
Hey,
Well,
look.
shoot, I did tear it while coaching. I probably would do it with heels too. Yep.
Not sports
My
injuries
Achilles will be
coaching.
gone.
What's
Yeah,
that?
no,
What'd she say?
sports injuries while coaching.
Truly, I really did tear my ACL while coaching, but hey, we won. It's all that matters.
Hey, that's all that matters.
Wait a minute. That's a true story.
That's a true story. You need to ask Shaq. Yeah.
Oh,
And
you know what?
Tanya McClure.
A sidebar. Break us down the story real
Yes.
quick. How did you tear your ACL coaching?
What?
I was jumping up in the air. I know, shocker. Jumping up in the air because Emily Bratton got to the game late and I saw her walking in. I jumped up in the air, came down, and as soon as I fell, one tear came down my right eye, and I was like, I do believe I have done something terrible. Yes, I'm not even kidding. I'm not even making that crap up. And I will never forget Zoe Geis. And she goes, come on, coach. Get up, coach. And I was like, I can't get up. So I ended up coaching the rest of that game, and we won. And actually, my daughter hit the game-winning 3 at the very end of the game. So I was happy until I went to the doctor the next day.
Injury while coaching. Then
And that's the truth. That is I can't make that up. I will never forget that moment. That
And
was with
then with
Ohio
the-
Impact.
Then
Yep.
with a single tear, you get an Academy
Single.
Award.
And
too.
it's the one tear.
Like, you get the award for that.
I had 2 strangers come from the sideline that helped pick me up because my husband thought that I was joking. I couldn't get up. I just thought you kind of twisted it a little bit.
We're gonna stick a couple prayers up there for some coaches. We do not need any injuries, a la Angie, on the sideline at any of these tournament games.
And tip of the season, if a coach goes down, they are not joking.
They're not joking. I wasn't just
They are
staying
not
down there,
joking.
Zoe, guys. Come on.
Yeah, like she.
Oh,
But
Was
thank
it
you.
like at the end of the game, Angie? Was it like at the end of the game?
oh, by the end of the game, my knee was it went from
It had to be swollen.
normal size to I was like, this is really bad. This is like I was sweating. I was sweating. I'm like, hey, at least we've already met our deductible. It'll be fine. It'll be a cheap surgery.
So coaches
all
out
that.
there, please
Please be careful.
Be
Try
careful.
not to jump.
We do have a girls only
Yeah.
hoops episode talking about ACL injuries. We did not cover coaches getting injured, but please check out that episode.
Oh,
Take
gosh.
some tips from
Is there
Allie
any
King.
Is there any?
No, we can't get
there
no
any
footage.
Kayla,
Is there
Can you
footage?
get the footage? Our producer Kayla, I need you to find the footage of Angie going down. And,
You know what?
Okay.
Geist might actually have it. He really might. I'd have to think. Either that or Emily Bratton's dad might.
I'll probably see him. I'll ask him. I'll
Yeah.
ask him.
Oh,
We're going to
Gosh.
have to try to pull it and get it in one of these shows
Yeah.
coming up soon.
Bratton felt really
Yeah,
bad
that-
because she goes, you got really excited when you saw me. I'm like, it's hard not to get excited about you. Which, hey, that leads into another child that I wanted to talk about. From D2.
We give you one more.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. I just have to mention
For sure.
Emily Bratton and the season that she's had
For
for,
sure.
Oh yeah.
Bloom
Yeah,
Carroll.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just been incredible. And I think she had like a 40-some point game
Oh, wow.
here about a week or so ago. I believe so. It was 40 or 45
She's
points.
unbelievable.
She is unbelievable and is going to do phenomenal for Miami
For
of
sure.
Ohio. I
Yeah.
really do.
And it's been top in our state. So
Yep.
yeah.
So D2 predictions, we kind of said it at the top of this when we started, is Purcell and anybody else. We all sticking with that one?
I'm fine with that, but can I
Oh,
give two
yeah.
more shout outs? Actually, maybe three.
Okay, we give you
Okay.
three.
Okay. Really, really quick. Number
Uh-huh.
one.
We
I
give you
saw-
3.
Okay. Number one.
One?
I liked Martin's Ferry. Got to see them about a month or so ago.
Okay.
Please remember the name Lindsay Best. She's a junior. I'm telling you, she can shoot the rock very, very well. I personally think she could be a solid D2 at the next level. I really do. I like Lindsay Best a lot. And I like the freshman Gianna Chirpus. And there's another Lindsay on there, Lindsay Sedone. She can shoot the three well. New Concord. I like New Concord. I like Maya Oliver. I like Riley Zeminski. And one more shout out, Hamilton Baden.
Yes.
I like Gracie
They're
Cosgrove a
tough.
lot. I like her a lot. You want to talk about someone that can shoot the three.
Yeah.
And Ashley Pate, I like her too. Quick guard, just slithers
Quick.
all over the place.
Yeah.
So I
sure.
just had to give
Tough.
those.
Tough.
Oh wait,
Those-
one more. Make that 4. Urbana.
Make it
I
4.
like what Peyton Mounts has done too.
Okay.
Incredible baller. She can shoot from anywhere, all game, all day.
You heard it from Angie shouting them out. Division II is going to have players, talent, all of it, all of the above.
Yep.
Yet at the top of that mountain, again, similarly to Division III, to be the best, you got to beat the best. And Purcell, again, going for their 3rd straight state title. We're going to move on now to Division I. They have a pretty... They had a top team, a nationally ranked team in this division for most of the year. And that's a team out of Central Ohio, Pickerington Central. But just to break it down a little bit, we have over there in Region 1, a top seed in Hoban. Region 2, Anthony Wayne, Olmsted Falls, who got to the Final Four last year. Here in the Central District in Westerville, Pickerington Central, Olentangy, Marysville, Olentangy Liberty. Woo! And then once again, out of there in Cincinnati, we see Springsboro got a top seed out there, but normally coming out of that Region 4 Cincinnati region is that toss-up between Princeton and Mason. So again, I got to toss it to my two favorite folks in Angie and Benson. What do you see? How do you see Division I shaking out?
Oh,
I don't know.
okay.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I really don't know because there's so many teams that I love.
yeah.
Pick
This is
Central's
this one is tough.
Pick Central's unreal.
Yep.
Barry Wallace, McDonald's
Barry's-
All-American,
Yep, crazy.
Illinois signee.
Blossom,
Shout out.
most ferocious defender I think I've ever seen. You want to talk about someone that could actually stop and contain Purcell Marion? She did. And that's the reason why they won. Period, the end. Because of what Blossom and her defense was. Again, it was unbelievable. I think for Pick Central to take it all the way, Jaden Tucker. I think she is one of the key components in how she handles the ball, how she passes the rock to others, and how she handles the pressure. I think will be a very big key for them. But I love Zoe Coleman, Kennedy Gordon.
Riley
Bess is just she's just shooting the lights out of the ball.
And to me, I don't how that's a player during the summer. I don't know what kind of work she put in, but it is paying dividends. Like you said, she is playing with a confidence for that team. She was my kind of sleeper.
I can
if
tell
this
you
team
why.
goes far, she's going to be it. Go ahead. Break it down for us.
No, I ain't doing that. I'm
No.
definitely not getting in trouble on that.
Getting in trouble? You said no.
Absolutely. Listen, she know what she did this summer. She know what she did this summer.
But it's paying off big
that way.
time.
Well, let's just say she did a little something
She sure
because
did.
she has just.
What'd you say, Candace? If you want to be the best,
You got to beat the best.
you got to play the best too.
You sure
Yep.
do.
Yep.
But she's playing
It's
with a
just that
confidence
simple.
that's just going to push Pick Central because that's what they need. Normally, you ride your top players going in, but the point guard is going to have the ball in their hands most of the time. And Madison Green last year drove them to the state title, state championship game last year. So hopefully Riley Best can take the reins a little bit and drive them there. But outside of Pick Central, Olentangy is in the same region. Marysville, they're like a well-oiled machine in how they play.
Olentangy is
And they played each other, Olentangy and Marysville, this year. A really tight game.
I can't say enough about Whitney Stafford. I've known her since she was in the first grade, and she could shoot the three just as well back then as she can now. Sydney Mobley is just a different player. Just a different player. Rankin is going to be a big key to them going forward. Mosher is going to be a big key. And I want to give a shout out to someone that doesn't get enough on this team, and that's Camden Spitzer. Her defense stood out incredibly a month or so ago at the Pickerington during MLK weekend. She plays big for them, and because it has to be more than Stafford and Mobley. Mm-hmm. It just has to be. When you want to go that far, they all have to step up and perform. And that's why I'm saying if they want to go far, those three in particular, they have to have their A game, which I know that they can play. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that Olentangy team in the regional semis can face Marysville. Oh. And their reward for if they get past Marysville in the regional semis is possibly facing Pickerington Central. That Region 3 is going to be crazy.
Yes, it will be. And Marysville, it's so fun to watch them because they don't have like a true big, but it doesn't matter because they pass the ball
for sure
so well. Their movement,
and they move.
Their movement,
they move without
beautiful.
the ball. Yeah,
and they got some shooters. You don't need posts when you can shoot like that.
No. The Price girls.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, they just Addie Tweed, Eberhardt, and her finger roll layups. It's just beautiful. This is beautiful. Yeah. Yeah.
Division One's tough.
Yeah.
Division One,
and that was just
really
region.
Tough.
That was just Region 3,
and that's just barely touching it.
It's barely touching it. Again, and out there, Region 2, Anthony Wayne, who's had a good season, Olmsted Falls, Fremont Ross, those teams. Brush, Finland, Perrysburg, and then over there in Region 1, Hoban, who's had a really good season, then.
Alma mater.
So you got Devin Harris and Mackenzie Eggenberg. Did I say it right? Mm-hmm. Okay. But I like them from Hoban. That Tatiana Mason and Isaacs from Brush.
Yep.
playing so well.
This, you know what it does though? It shows, because there's so many great young players that we're calling out. It shows how this state is going to shift. Like when you've got 2, 3 really good young players, like Olin Tangi, they're young,
And
right?
they got
Whereas
more coming
Princeton,
up.
Right.
that's what I'm saying. So a lot of these teams that have matured and may not have restocked, and again, we'll see, but these younger ones are like, we're here. We're not about to sit up here and wait on you guys. Like, we're going to, do what we have to do.
Yeah.
This one is tough. Hey, did you guys know that Anthony Wayne, not getting off subject, but getting off subject, did you know Anthony Wayne has 4 sets of twins?
Yes.
What?
It's so hard to
4.
keep track of any of them.
Not like 3, not like 4 different, like not one family with 4 kids on the team. I said 4 sets of twins.
Isn't it
On the
like
team?
Bender, Pike?
The 2 freshmen.
That has to be fun.
The sophomore. Yeah.
Yes. And they're all good.
And they look alike.
Yes, they do.
It's not like you can be like, oh my goodness. No, they look alike. That's the craziest thing. 4? I don't think that might be a record. We need to check with OHSAA to see if that's a record, because they need an award for that. Whoever paired that together in their community.
Oh my God.
Twins. Forget Twinsburg. We're going to be Twinsburg. And put all of the twins on one team. They need an award for that. That's good. That's good.
Okay, I'm gonna try to keep it together.
Yeah, that's true. And hey, when you're trying to take pictures of that team, you can't. Like, if their hair's in their way and they all wear like the white T-shirt or the black T-shirt underneath, so like you can't tell who's who. So yeah.
Oh, that is
it's
just
4
funny.
sets. And they play. It's not like they sit the bench. No, they play.
They play.
Like, that's insane. Like,
Right.
good Lord of mercy. I don't know who did that or thought about that. They were like, this would be so funny. This would be such a good joke against Twinsburg.
Yeah.
That we become the new Twinsburg of girls basketball. It's going to be on us. They've done it. Trust me. They need an award. I'm going to call Tim from OHSAA and let them know.
And
They give an award at the state tournament.
They're the top seed out there in Region 2. So keep a lookout for them to see what they can do. And we can see
All
the
of
4
them.
sets
All
of
of them.
twins play. And the final region we haven't really talked about, but we did briefly mention it earlier, was Region 4 out of Cincinnati. And what you called it was a bloodbath. Princeton, who won the state last year, they had a couple players, seniors leave, go to Division I schools. But again, it's Princeton, it's Springsboro, it's Mason. Mason and or Princeton got to the state final the last 2 years. So I guess, I'm going to lead with that question. Is it those 2 teams still? Could Springsboro spoil another Princeton-Mason matchup? What do you guys think? Don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me hanging. You said
man.
controversial. You got to make some.
I mean, I've seen
I
Springboro.
think Whitney Woods could make some issues.
And
could
Whitney
cause some
Woods.
issues. I think that region is a major problem. It's
And
a
Notre
major
Dame is
concern.
there too.
Like, yeah, I mean it's definitely a like that whole entire region. That's why they have historically been very solid, just in the history of girls basketball. When we're talking about these regions in Division I, Region 4, and this might not have been called Region 4 back in the day,
but the Cincinnati
area has always dominated, and so they beat each other up. So you may have, let's look at all of these regions combined. Can you take out of Region 4, let's say there's no regions and you just took the top 2. There have been years where the top 2, 3, 4 teams are really out of Cincinnati.
For sure.
Yeah.
They're just fighting each other to get out. That's the hard part about it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that the other regions aren't easier, but I'm saying that some of these other regions are easier. Oops.
There you have it.
I like how you played that.
That just kind of slipped out. I mean, a lot of these teams I've seen, and Winton Woods, like, they're a fiery team, man. And I've said it before, but man, if I was playing for that head coach, I'll tell you, I'd run through a wall for him. I would. If he said, Angie, this is what I need you to do, that I would do it. because I trust every word that comes out of that man's mouth. I just do. But they,
and he's okay with teaching them the lessons
yes,
over kind of pacifying it.
Yeah.
Or pacifying them. And I think that's what has breeded players that are tough, especially when you're building a program. Remember, last year they were young, like had no clue. And they are building.
Yes,
this
they
is
are.
a name that we will see. I'm telling you, these are the names that you're going to see where they're right now in the middle of the pack. In a year or two, now you're going to see them at 1. I'm telling you.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like this Division 1 is built on young players.
Yes, it is.
Last year, we were old. The old players really ran
sure.
Division 1.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it is going to be on their youth. And are they mature enough to be able to handle this and be able to win in these, against these tough games? That's what I see for Division 1. But
okay,
yeah,
let's put it all on the spot then. Division 1 predictions.
Oh,
If we can't name one team, give me 2 or 3. I'm again. I don't know if it's controversial, but I am a Central Ohio kid. I gotta go with the Central Ohio team. I think Pick Central is getting to the finals.
You're gonna get canceled.
I am.
You're gonna get canceled.
I'm a Central Ohio kid now. I went to Mifflin High School, so I don't have any allegiance to Pickerington or any of those schools. But I'm a Central Ohio kid.
I can't disagree with you, Candace. I can't disagree with
them.
you that Pick Central is gonna make it. Pick Central is gonna make it. Are you asking who's gonna make it? Because I think Princeton has an opportunity to make it. Mari Burton's got to handle this because it's on her shoulders.
Yes, for sure.
It's on her shoulders. I don't care. And I don't think she's nervous about it at all. But it's on her shoulders. Let's be honest. It's on her shoulders. So I think Pick Central definitely, team-wise, Chris has done an amazing job. I think they're going to make it, for sure.
You think they get past Mason and Madison Parish?
Who? Pick Central? They won't
Not
see
Pick Central.
them.
You said Princeton.
well, then she went on to Pick Central.
Oh,
I went back to Pick Central. Pick Central, yes, I agree with what you're saying. They'll make it. Princeton,
yeah.
It's just such a rivalry.
Yeah.
That's what people don't understand in these other parts. It is not a rivalry between Pick Central, Olentangy, Pick Central, and Marysville. Whereas in Region 4, Mason and Princeton, those are right. It feels like rivalry.
Yes. This could be their third time playing this year.
That's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? That's so unfair. We've got to change that. Who do we need to talk to?
I know.
I just feel like it's too much of a rivalry where it weighs different. It weighs different.
It's like a championship within a championship.
Absolutely. So you exhaust it by the time you get there. But, Region 1, there's no rivalry in that. There's no rivalry in that. Region 2, I don't see it. But, again, these aren't teams that have had historical moments. We've seen Princeton before with the Kelsey Mitchells. We've seen them before.
Right.
We've seen Mason. We've seen, again, these are staple names. Yeah. I don't know. Because I think they could all be disrupted in Region 4. The only one I've got for sure is Pick Central.
Okay. How about you, Angie?
What you got, Angie? Angie's being really quiet.
I know, Angie got
I'm being really quiet.
Cool,
this is really difficult for me. Angie. This is really, really difficult for me. Because I really do like I like Olentangy a lot. I really do.
I was about to say, give us the mini underdog. I'm not gonna call them that.
I think they're the mini.
They're the mini underdog. Agreed.
Yes. I think it's Pick Central's. I think that it is. But I think Olentangy has a hint. I think they have a little bit of a. They have nothing to lose. I'll just say that.
Okay.
They have nothing to lose. They have nothing to lose.
Princeton, I feel like that they could, without question, make it back. But Springboro, I love what they've shown too. They have a lot of grit too. Oh man, it's so hard. I love Anthony Wayne. when I saw them playing earlier this year.
We love parity. That's what Division I sounds like. It's like we have a team that we think is going to get there, but everything is up for grabs. Just based
it really
on how
is,
good
and
the teams are.
it just depends on the day, and it depends on it's anyone's game.
Yeah,
I'll say that it's anyone's game.
No, and that's what you want out of all the divisions. When we talked about Division II and Division III, we saw that we really couldn't say that because of the gap.
Yeah.
I feel like Division I, it's not as much of a gap.
There isn't.
And so there and I don't think we've seen it. I mean, we've always had this. This has always been close, but this one is really, really
we got
hard.
like
I think
6,
it's
7,
close.
8 teams that could really make some noise.
Yeah, that can cut down nets and it wouldn't be a problem. And
Yes.
we wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, really?
Right.
No, we would be like, no, that's about right.
That's legit.
Or
Yep.
that's legit. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
yeah.
I will say this.
This is the one I'm glued to.
What's that?
This is the one I'm glued to.
Yeah. I do want to give a few shout outs to some other schools that I feel like have made some noise this year in D1. Dublin Jerome. And no, I'm not saying this because I teach at Dublin Jerome. I'm just going to fly.
Yeah, you are. We know
Okay,
that.
I will say
You just told her yourself.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it. Like, I am wearing a Dublin Jerome cross-country sweatshirt. But it's okay. It's okay. I hit it, and it's fine. But
Not Angie repping her school underneath her hoodie.
it's okay. It's just going to be all right. Hey, you've learned about my ACL, and now everybody knows that I teach at Dublin Jerome. But I will say this, though. Like, I think what the coaching staff has done out there, especially these last couple years, has been outstanding. And you've got some seniors that they've bought into the system. And I like Kendall Baird. She's having a great year. Ellie Baker, Lauren Ludwig, Cadence Conley. Like, they're playing well.
Yep.
I like Westerville Central. I like what Ella Martin has done, the sophomore. Kate, I think it's Kate Yossi. She just scored recently 1,000 points. You can't not talk about Bishop Watterson for a moment and talk about Sophie Zeal and how outstanding of a point guard that she is in a season that she's had. Unreal guard. Reynoldsburg, hey, I know that they're the 7th seed, but I'm telling you, when they want to compete and play together, and that's the key for them. Yeah. When they want to play together as one unit, they can play.
They can compete
very, very hard.
And they'll have a pretty big matchup. Just how the brackets lay, they could eventually play Olentangy fairly early in the season. But like you said, when they compete together, that is a dangerous
and that
team.
Is the key. Yep. I like Big Walnut. They're a 5 seed. I like Denza Allen. I love the freshman Remy Largent, who she's just so smooth. And UA's had a great year too, with Elizabeth Hunt and Hannah Hunt, Quinn Buttermore. And Liberty. I gotta give a shout out to Gigi Bauer. She has had
comeback of the year, because she was injured. She was gone.
Yeah.
So that's our.
She fought hard.
Yeah, she's played really, really well. So
yeah,
Magnificent. Like there's just so many. This is going to be a tough one.
Yeah. So this Division I is probably, like you said again. Hate to reiterate it, but this is the parity division. There are a good. Probably, I said 8, there's probably 10 to 12 teams that could really shake some things up where none of us will be shocked of who gets to the regionals and or the finals. And again, let us plug here. You will see myself, Angie, and Tenishia on call for Division I. We'll be covering the regional semis and regional finals. We'll be on site live broadcasting the game. So if you see us out there, wave to us, check us out. But I'm not going to let you guys go just yet. I know I'm probably past my time, but, we got to throw in some spice because women's college basketball is about that time, too, and the tournament's coming. So I'm putting you guys on the spot right now because every guest that I've had I've asked them this question because I'm curious because we're speaking of parity. I don't think it's been no, don't let me do do that, but it's been years where we've had parity like this where you see anybody getting to the top 2 seed outside of South Carolina, everybody just lose. I mean, it fluctuates. So give me, it's going to be in Cleveland this year. I'm going to start with Benson. Give me your Final Four in women's college basketball.
Man.
South
Now, we
Carolina's
don't know
gonna be
how
there for sure.
the brackets are going to lay out, and I understand that. But in a perfect world,
Which
these
is
are
so unfair.
these are the 4 teams you would see in the Final Four.
I'm going South Carolina for sure.
Okay.
I'm going Iowa.
Okay.
I'm going. Lord today. I don't know. All I got is 2. Angie can have the other 2.
Oh,
I don't know if anybody can touch South Carolina.
No,
And that
yeah,
pains me because
that's it.
I have loved UConn since like early 90s.
Oh, you gotta let that go.
I know, and
You
I
gotta
don't
let
mean
that
to,
go,
but I
girl.
can't help it.
Gotta let it go.
I need to meet Gino before I die.
was a Tennessean,
have
so
to.
I get it, Angie.
I
He said I need to meet Gino before I die.
I do. I do.
Gino, if you're watching this, please get to us.
please. Someone just hook me up and just talk to the man on the phone for like 3 minutes. I would probably pass out on the phone. I'm just telling you right now, I would.
Just don't tear your ACL, and we're good.
I was going to say before she mentioned something about like this question here. You'll probably see me jumping up and down at Dayton too, but don't worry, my knees are strong, so it's fine.
There rehab. Shout out to rehab.
Rehab. but I love South Carolina. I think Ohio State will make a pretty massive run. I like J.C. Sheldon is hungry. She came back for a reason. She came back for a purpose, and she's just different. I love
Cody Wody.
Yep. Oh gosh, man, she had
When she
tractor
plays,
trailer.
listen, when she plays like one of the top players in the country, Ohio State is a different team.
Yep.
Like they could be
My
anybody
freight train.
if she plays like that.
I got to meet her too sometime. Like I know I would be
Cody?
speechless when I meet her, but yeah, I have to meet her.
We can set that up. Yeah,
Oh.
Cody's and me. We can set that up. That's
Hey, my
easy.
birthday's March 10th. I would love that. Yeah. So okay.
All right. Well,
You
we
only
can go
named
together.
two.
Okay.
You named 2 teams, and y'all can't stick at
Okay,
2.
hang on.
4.
I love Iowa, but I want to pretend that they're not in the same region as Ohio State.
Okay.
I don't know. Who knows? Okay, I need someone out west. I do like UCLA a lot.
UCLA,
I do too. I like them
Stanford.
too, but I'm not sure.
Utah, Colorado.
Oh, I like
USC.
Colorado too.
They got. Now, granted, in a tournament, one player can get you somewhere.
Yeah, but you need more than one.
You need more than
You
one.
just-
You need
do.
more than one.
But they got a good one.
They do.
They got a great one.
They got a
pro.
great one. Yep. I'd say UCLA.
This is
Really?
I don't know. I like Stanford too. I don't know. I really want to say UConn.
I think it's ironic. You did not say LSU. Is there a problem?
you didn't.
You
I
have a
didn't get to
problem with
meet
LSU?
yet. I'm going LSU. I'm going South Carolina. I'm going Iowa, and I got a sleeper. I don't know how the brackets play out. I'm going Utah.
Oh,
No.
I don't see LSU.
No. Utah
I
don't
see
have
LSU.
enough. Yeah.
I do not
I see LSU.
You
They
do?
want oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm telling nobody wants to see them in the tournament. And they made a switch
I
at
wouldn't
point
either.
guard. They put Poa at the point.
Mm.
If she gets comfortable in the SEC tournament, I do not want to see LSU in the tournament. They got
I
too much
wouldn't either.
top end talent. And they were the only team to
Yeah,
keep
I
it
wouldn't wanna see
relatively
it.
close to South Carolina.
I wouldn't want to see them either. But I'm not putting past Stanford.
You
I can't put past.
Stanford let a
I-
freshman get 51.
I agree, but you got. I'm not saying LSU, but LSU is. I wouldn't want to see them either.
Bright
I wouldn't
lights,
wanna
they
see
play
them.
different.
They sure do. When them lights are on, they
The
look
lights go
totally
brightest.
different.
You
Yeah,
only
they-
gave us
they
2
look
teams.
totally
That's
different.
why I'm lingering.
I gave 4.
Angie gave 4. Benson chickened out.
On
Angie,
top of
you
wanting to
gave
meet
2.5.
Gino.
You gave 2.5.
Oh, you know what? I got to make a switch. I didn't mention OSU.
I did.
And I'm a homer.
I did. JC
Y'all
Sheldon.
can't do this home stuff. You can't do that. If we're gonna do fairness, we're not gonna say we're from.
Okay, now that's true.
I'll make a
That's
prediction
true.
now. I don't want to get on since I want to interview Don Staley. I'm gonna put that out there.
Oh gosh, I
don't
want to
disrespect Don
Somebody
Staley.
hook Candace up, Don Staley. Please.
Yeah, but
Oh
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I think LSU running it back.
no,
Girl, bye.
I think LSU running it back.
no.
Over South Carolina.
No way.
She ain't taking no interview with you. She's
No
not
way.
taking no interview with you. Not after saying that. Listen, everybody got on her, including you and including me, that she didn't have no shooters. That she didn't have
Oh boy.
Oh, she got shooters now.
She
got
us.
shooters now.
She hurt. No, South Carolina is not playing. Like no.
Well, when you can bring a 5-star off the bench, 4 or 5 deep.
Listen,
That's
When
not
you
bad.
got
Like,
when
no.
you got an Olympian on your team. But I gotta make
when you
a picture.
still winning and your post, your pro is literally playing for her country,
by 30.
and you're still.
Yeah.
I gotta shake it
And
up.
you're talking about LSU running
I
it
can't
back.
follow
You're
the
wrong.
law.
No
like
way.
you said, controversial. Like let's bring the views.
But
No.
we need honesty and truth first. We need that, Candace. Good
LSU,
Lord.
I'm not giving up on you guys.
Hey, let's end it on this note. I just want to meet Gino. That's all I want.
Going back.
Just going
Somebody
back.
help me.
Just kind of, and I'd like to meet Cody.
And Cody.
Okay.
I'm still with
Wait,
Don,
I
although
need to
Benson
go.
says that I
Cody-
won't get the interview.
Okay.
We'll text Cody and let her know. Got it.
And I would like a picture with her.
She will gladly take a picture.
Oh my gosh.
She has a great smile. She has a
Oh.
great smile.
We're gonna clip all of this to make sure we push it out so we
Please.
can get all of
We
our
have to.
invitations.
Put the ACL clips. That is tag me in that.
Yes. Yes. I need people to understand the
over.
intensity that they probably already see that though.
Yeah, no, Angie.
I don't
that
think I
cannot
can
be
hide
hidden.
my intensity.
No, not at all.
Nope.
Nope.
But thank you again, Angie Saiter from Prep Girls Hoops, Benson, Candace from Girls Only Hoops. Please stay with us and join us on all our social media platforms. We'll be back for a regional preview once some of the tournament kind of shakes out. And then we'll have a live show Monday, March 11th for a state tournament preview. So please follow us. We're going to keep you up to date on as many teams as we can and try our best. Good luck to all of the teams, players, coaches, those who have seasons already ended, but those who are continue going. We hope everybody stays healthy and plays well. And good luck in the tournament. We are Girls Only Hoops, and we will see you in our next episode.